Welcome back, Kendrick Lamar fans. Today I'm checking out All Right, the official music video. This one's from To Pimp a Butterfly, right? I think this is, from what I've been hearing, this is the album I'm going to dig the most. I know a friend of mine, I remember him talking endlessly about this album. On the few occasions I saw him around the time it came out and that, so, yeah, let's check it out. Already, man, just the opening shot there, is just gorgeous, isn't it? And it's almost, are those waves in slow-mo? Is it all in slow motion? I know these closed captions might be a bit off, but I think I'm going to leave them on.
I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same.
Okay, I'm going to take them off, actually. I might put them on after. I haven't even got to the song yet, man, but I do love this kind of stuff, A bit of spoken word, a bit of, I don't know what it would be. Emotion in sound, right? It's almost verging on psychedelic a little bit, I think. Trippy at least, right?
I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same. Abusing my power full of resentment. Resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room. Lucifer was all around me. So I kept running. Until I found my safe haven. I was trying to convince myself the stripes I got. Making myself realize what my foundation was. In the room, and I run it.
Cool, man. Well, there's always so much to unpack in his lyrics, man. It's interesting what he says about, resentment, I suppose. Many people become bitter and resentful, don't they, at the world because it hasn't turned out how they wanted it to, maybe, do you think? And why is that, Perhaps, in rare cases, I think it is through no fault of their own that things haven't turned out how they wanted. But in general, I think for most people, it's through not understanding the world correctly, isn't it? Or not understanding yourself correctly, not acting correctly in the world, Aiming up, telling the truth, all that sort of stuff. As far as I can tell, anyway, from the things that I'm learning or discovering, is that if you don't do that, you corrupt yourself, I suppose. You corrupt everything about yourself, about your vision, so you cannot see the world correctly, if you're not living correctly. And from there, it's probably just, misstep after misstep, and it may seem as though the world is acting against you, but it's probably not. And it's just your best chance, isn't it, by miles, to sacrifice in the moment and all that for the future, rather than sacrificing the future for the moment.
Abusing my power full of resentment. Resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room. Lucifer was all around me. So I kept running until I found my safe haven.
Drinking.
I was trying to convince myself the stripes I got, making myself realize what my foundation was. In the room, and I ran.
Man, it's just the drinking thing as well. I know I haven't got into the song proper yet, but the drinking thing is like that is like it's a spirit, isn't it? You know, it corrupts everything about you. Also, you know, you're not thinking or acting correctly. You know, it's the spirit eater, I think, and yeah, mixed feelings about it, I suppose. You know. I kind of think, you know, I drink occasionally with a nice meal. There's two people. Once I decided to stop drinking, I suppose, you know, I was looking around for people that had done it, you know, and there are lots of different schools of thought. I guess there are people like Gerard Butler who said that, you know, you're only allowed a certain amount of drinks before you lose your mind, and he's had all of his and some extra ones, you know, so we had to stop completely, you know, and some people are just scared of it, I suppose, and rightly so, maybe. I think I was like that for a little while. Billy Connolly said that he thought he would stop while it was still his own idea, because he didn't want to be one of those people at parties when someone offers, you know, do you want a drink? And he's like, oh, doctor says I can't, you know. And Michael Caine said that he just decided to almost stop, you know, because he said he never wanted it to get to the point where he couldn't occasionally have a glass of red wine with his dinner, you know. So I suppose it is all about self-control, maybe. It's about living consciously, I suppose, rather than just compulsively. Yeah, I think that's what I would narrow it down to. And of course, you know, you need to replace it with, you know, you need to give yourself something to do, to aim at, and all that. Anyway, yeah, let's play a little bit, eh?
Making myself realize what my foundation was. In the room, and I ran. But while my loved ones was fighting a continuous war back in the city, I was entering a new one. A war that was based on apartheid and discrimination.
Heavy, man. It's kind of good in this country, man, that we don't. In the UK, you know, guns are illegal. I mean, I say it's good. I know people have got mixed views, right, on guns, so I don't really want to get into that. I don't know if I've got any views on it, but we don't have that particular problem, I suppose, of whether that's, you know, who's shooting who or whatever, or it's rarer. We don't have any lethal, you know, we don't have bobcats or bears or any of that stuff either. And of course, you know, I'm a white dude, so I can't. It's difficult to put myself in those shoes, you know, as much as I would try.
Never do this shit. On my mama though, like on the dead homies. Hey, Soundwave, turn this shit up, nigga. Turn this shit up. Soundwave, turn this shit up, nigga. Tell me who the bitch nigga hating on me. Jumping on my dick, but this dick ain't free. To Pimp a Butterfly, another classic CD. Ghetto lullaby for everyone they MC. Blow, blow, blow. Nigga, not R.I.P. My diligence is only meant to write your eulogy.
That's a very interesting image, isn't it, man? So that's like, you know, back in the, well, I'm only saying it from old films and stuff, you would see people carrying royalty and stuff, isn't it? So what's he trying to say in this image? I mean, it's meant to be more than just humorous, right? I don't even know where to start unpacking this one. What would it be? Past that royalty thing, I mean, I don't know, but it's obvious. I guess they're in a, well, I say a cheaper car, but maybe that's like a vintage expensive one, isn't it? You know. But yeah, I'm digging this all-encompassing storytelling. You know what I mean?
Turn this shit up, nigga. Tell me who the bitch nigga hating on me. Jumping on my dick, but this dick ain't free. To Pimp a Butterfly, another classic CD. Ghetto lullaby for everyone they MC. Blow, 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 nigga, not R.I.P. My diligence is only meant to write your eulogy. All's my life I has to fight, nigga. All's my life hard time.
So is this album like it's a concept album, like a story all the way through?
I'm fucked up, homie, you fucked up, but if God got us, then we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me?
That's a nice boots, man.
And when I wake up, I recognize you looking at me for the pay cut. Bahamas, I be looking at you from the face down. One Mac 11, even boom with the bass down. Skimming, and let me tell you about my life. Painkillers only put me in the twilight. With pretty pussy and Benjamin is the highlight. Now tell my mama I love her, but this what I like. Lord knows, 20 of them in my Chevy. Tell them all to come and get me, reaping everything I sow. So my karma come in heaven, no preliminary hearings on my record. I'm a motherfucking gangster in silence for the record. Tell the world I know it's too late. Boys and girls, I think I've gone great. Trying to side my face this all day. Won't you please believe when I say, when you know we've been hurt, been down before. Nigga, when our pride was low, looking at the world like.
So this is like, I mean, the fusion of genres interests me, I suppose. It's hip hop. I'm not well versed, you know, on funk or even jazz, you know. But those are the things that I have heard. What's that Miles Davis record? I'm thinking of, I don't know. But yeah, I've listened to bits and pieces, you know, Miles Davis, John Coltrane. Who else is it making me think of? Funkadelic, you know. Free your mind and your ass will follow.
Where do we go, nigga? And we hate po-po. Wanna kill us dead in the street for sure. Nigga, I'm at the preacher's door. My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
What you want? You a house, you a car, 40 acres and a mule, a piano, a guitar.
So what is the imagery of this video all about? You know, I mean, I'm catching most of the lyrics, I suppose. Maybe I should have read them before, or I should read them after, or something. But I'm sure, you know, what's this? What's he saying with this flying through the air stuff and that? You know,
dead in the street for sure. Nigga, I'm at the preacher's door. My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright.
I mean, that's an optimism and a hope, isn't it? You know.
Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
That's how I feel about the world, you know. Doesn't matter. You know, we shall overcome and all that.
We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
What you want? You a house, you a car, 40 acres and a mule, a piano, a guitar, anything. See, my name is Lucy, I'm your dog. Motherfucker, you can live at the mall. I can see the evil, I can tell it. I know it's illegal.
Yeah, my
I don't
name
think
is-
about it. I deposit every other zero.
My name is Lucy, so that's the Lucifer reference, right? Satan, and that's like I find like heaven. I mean, when I was younger, I suppose I believe in God. I don't know, you know. I was from not really a religious family, I suppose, but I guess they would call themselves Christians, you know. And then in my 20s, certainly, I was an atheist, and then at around 27, I watched something that just blew my world apart, you know. And I suppose that was like the beginning of my spiritual awakening. I mean, I'm not sure how even far down the road I am with that, and you know, maybe that's a loaded phrase as well. Do you just feel like bit of a dick, you know, saying no, I'm at a spiritual awakening, because I don't even know what the fuck it is, but I know it just blew to pieces, you know, my view of everything, you know. In a way that psychedelics can also do that, I suppose, but yeah, then I began to become interested in different things, I suppose, esoteric things perhaps. But the idea of heaven and hell and, you know, good and evil fascinate me, I suppose, because I don't think the question that some people might ask, you know, as, you know, is God real? Is heaven or hell real? Is the devil real? I think it's kind of an irrelevant question, you know, because I think when people ask that, what they mean is, you know, some dude up in the sky or some guy down in the fires or whatever, you know, but they're ideas, certainly, aren't they, you know, and maybe even spirits. All of these words are loaded words, aren't they, you know, and they can only mean different things to different people, I suppose. But I think we can think of them as ideas, and ideas can possess us, right? So, you know, good ideas, bad ideas, we can become possessed by ideas. And are they our ideas? You know, are they ideas that we accept? Whatever, I don't know, are we tuned into some frequency, each of us differently to each individual, and depending on, you know, where we are in our lives and you know, what we're doing and what we're thinking, and are we open to different things or more things, you know, because of that? So I guess you can kind of view it like that. But they are ideas, nevertheless, you know, wherever they come from. And anybody that's become obsessed by something, you know, a passion, or even bad things, I suppose, like revenge or whatever, you know, the hell it is. I think the question of whether or not things are real is a stupid question, really, because what does real mean, I guess, you know? Yeah. I enjoy listening to Kendrick, though, because it...
be all right. We gon' be all right. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be all right.
It allows me to think about these things, you know, and talk about these things. It's different thinking and talking, isn't it? When you talk out loud.
What you want? You a house, you a car, 40 acres and a mule, a piano, a guitar, anything. See, my name is Lucy, I'm your dog.
Yeah, I'll give you everything what you want.
I can see the evil, I can tell it, I know it's illegal. I don't think about it, I deposit every other zero. Thinking of my partner, put the candy painting on a Rico. Digging in my pocket, in a profit big enough to feed you every day. My logic, get another dollar just to keep you in the presence of your Chico. I don't talk about it, be about it. Every day I see you. If I got it, then you know you got it.
Yeah, okay. So are you obsessed or possessed, I suppose, is a question to ask, right? Is there a difference between that?
Motherfucker, you can live at the mall. I can see the evil, I can tell it, I know it's illegal. I don't think about it, I deposit every other zero. Thinking of my partner, put the candy painting on a Rico. Digging in my pocket, in a profit big enough to feed you every day. My logic, get another dollar just to keep you in the presence of your Chico.
So this is the thing then, isn't it? This comes down to, what do you want? You know, if you could have anything that you want, and I don't know if it's a Western thing or a human thing or a, is it a modern thing? Maybe it's a human thing. Is that, what do you want? Do you want success, right? I suppose, in whatever it is whatever you deem to be successful. Okay, let's think about this. Whatever it is you deem to be successful, that's what you want. You know, you want your life to be a success. I think Bob Dylan said, you know, man is a success if he gets up in the morning, goes to bed at night, and in between, he does what he wants to do. So that's where it lies, isn't it? You know, because it's in the doing. It's not in the. Is it in the achieving? It's not in the achieving. Maybe it is in the achieving of small, incremental steps towards something. But all the things he's kind of speaking about then, you know, spend all day in the mall, you know, your guitar, your piano, there's material things. you can have anything you want. Material things, I suppose, are nice, but they're, you know, if you've got too many possessions, I think they end up possessing you, right? And it's nice to have nice things, isn't it? But I think when the question is asked, what is it that you want? It should be growth, right? It should be growth, I think. It should be growth. And to understand more about yourself and the world, and to become stronger and more resilient, and to aim at something that you want. And yeah, I don't know, I'm getting a bit lost in my thoughts here. I thought I was going to be able to come back around and wrap that up nicely, but I'm not so sure.
I don't talk about it, be about it. Every day I sequel. If I got it, then you know you got it. Heaven, I can reach you. Pet dog, my dog, that's all. Big back and chat, I trap the back for y'all. I rap, I black on tracks, so rest assured. My rights, my wrongs, I right till I'm right with God. When you know, we been hurt, been down before. Nigga, when our pride was low, looking at the world like, where do we go? Nigga, and we hate poor, wanna kill us dead in the street for sure. Nigga, I'm at the preacher's door.
Is that the police, it means?
My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
So it's a balancing act, you know, that's what he's alluding to, I guess.
Nights in my prayers.
Man, that was oh fuck, dear me. That's a beautiful melody though at the end there, isn't it?
Be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
I keep my head up high across my heart and hold you tight. Loving me is complicated, too afraid of life changes. I'm alright in your favor, dark nights in my prayers.
I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same, abusing my power full of resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room. I didn't want to self-destruct. The evils of Lucy was all around me, so I went running for answers.
Cool, man. Cool. Right. Yeah. So this is concept, right? It's going to be like a movie. I mean, are all his albums kind of like that? You know, cinematic in scope, in storytelling. I enjoyed that tune, man. I love the repetitive, the hypnotic. Repetitive is probably the wrong word. Although it probably is. It seems like there's negative connotations if I say repetitive, but I don't mean that. I don't mean that at all. You know, it's hypnotic, isn't it? I love the groove. It's the kind of thing I used to, you know, love to have a smoke to and just sit back and disappear away with your thoughts. You know, your imagination. And I've been told, you know, I've got an overactive one. But thanks for joining me anyway, guys. Keep recommending me more, you know, and I will check out more Kendrick soon. Aim up. Love to see you later.